New signing Javi Simmons has spoken out about joining Tottenham Hotspur and talking to Thomas Frank, and he has stated that Spurs is the right place for me to develop. And there are now 18 first-team Tottenham Hotspur players currently on international duty. Hi everyone, hope you're well. Chris Cowlin here. This is another edition of Tottenham News, where I'll be going through all the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. If you're watching on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Right, let's start by talking about our brand new signing, Javi Simmons. He has come out and said, I prefer playing in the number 10 role. Mickey van der Ven said to me, we need you, so come here. And that's what happened. I'm looking forward to playing against the best players in the world in the stadium. He then went on to talk about joining Spurs and talking to Thomas Frank ahead of joining Tottenham Hotspur. He said, I always think the coaches are the most important people to base a decision on. As a player, you see the coach more than your own family. Thomas Frank told me a lot of positive things, but also things I need to improve. It's fantastic how he sees football, how he wants to make players better. I heard different things from Thomas Frank than I've heard from other coaches in the past. Javi Simmons then went on to say, Spurs is the right place for me to develop. And it's great that he was honest, that he wants to improve things for me. I'm ready for the Premier League now. I'm making the right moves at the right time, taking a big step right away. That's on everyone's mind, I think. But step by step, that's how the best results come. Now, the official stats are out. During the summer transfer window, it has been a record-breaking window. The Premier League clubs spent over £3 billion. Tottenham Hotspur spent £174.3 million. That was the official stat. And that makes Tottenham Hotspur the sixth biggest spender in this summer transfer window. We received £36.5 million in sales. That gives us a net spend of £137.8 million, the fourth biggest net spenders in the Premier League. 15 first-team Tottenham Hotspur players are currently on full international duty for their respective countries. Mohamed Kudus for Ghana, Javi Simmons and Mickey van der Ven for the Netherlands, Pedro Porro for Spain, Papa Matar for Senegal, Rodrigo Bentancur for Uruguay, Christian Romero for Argentina, Richarlison for Brazil, Brennan Johnson and Ben Davies for Wales, Lucas Bergvall for Sweden, Guillermo Vicario for Italy, Jed Spence for England, João Palhinha for Portugal and Kevin Danso for Austria. 3 Tottenham Hotspur players are on international duty for the under-21s. Archie Gray for the England under-21s, Matisse Tel for France under-21s and Wilson Odobert for France under-21s. Manor Solomon wrote the following on social media after joining Villarreal on loan on deadline day. He said, been crazy 24 hours, but I'm really happy and ready for my new challenge. And James Maddison posted a picture on Instagram of his right foot in bandage with the words, 3-week checkup with knee surgeon today. Now, my thoughts on everything in this episode. Let's start by talking about Javi Simmons, a real statement signing for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club and certainly for new boss Thomas Frank. He must be absolutely delighted to get the Dutch international through the door. Everyone was in their seats wanting to see him unveiled as a new Tottenham Hotspur player, for him to be wearing that shirt, before the Bournemouth game. Of course, he sat in the stand, he sat in the West Stand watching the match. And, he must be itching to get out there at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I love seeing people's faces when they go in that stadium for the very first time, because it is like, wow, people's faces are always wowed when they go into that stadium. And it's nice to see a new signing look like that, look like a fan walking in for the very first time. But this guy has been around the block. He's only 22. He has been at various top clubs, but he's never settled anywhere. Spurs have signed Javi Simmons on a long-term deal, and I hope to see Javi Simmons in a Spurs shirt in 5 years' time. We want him to stay. Of course, we want him to develop. He's come out and said that Spurs is the right place for me to develop. He is still only 22. He's got a lot of experience. We know that he's a very, very classy player. Thomas Frank has come out and said that, his two best positions are number 10 and on the left wing. I know some fans have said, well, we haven't gone out and signed a left winger. We do have a number of players that can play as a left wing, and Javi Simmons is very, very comfortable there, by the way, as well. And I feel like a lot of people are thinking, well, we only want him in as number 10. But when we do eventually get the likes of Dejan Kulusevski back, James Maddison back, this could look a very, very exciting team. It does look exciting already, but I mean, in terms of depth and real quality there as well, in that attacking final third. But Javi Simmons, I believe, is going to be an outstanding signing. Now, of course, we're all worried. 15 players have gone off on international duty, 3 for the under-21. So we've actually got 18 first-team players currently out on international duty. And of course, when all of our players go out on international duty, we have everything crossed, hoping they all come back injury-free. Of course, our next Premier League game is West Ham away, and we certainly want to get back to winning ways and getting the 3 points at West Ham, our London rivals. Mohamed Kudus, what a reception he will get, not at the London Stadium, but Javi Simmons to make his debut against West Ham. Really, really looking forward to that. But of course, every single player has got to come back injury-free. So wishing them all of the very best for the next 10 days or so during the international break. Tottenham Hotspur are officially the 4th biggest spenders in the summer transfer window, in a record-breaking window. It has been a ridiculous window in terms of spending, only over £3 billion. The 20 clubs overall have spent during the summer window. The 6th biggest spenders in terms of money outgoing, £174.3 million, received £36.5 million, and net spend £137.8 million. Spurs have, gone for it in this transfer window. Is it going to be enough? Time will tell. We could always do more. Fans will always say that you can do more in a transfer window, but will Thomas Frank, I always ask myself, will the manager feel like they have been backed? Will he feel like he has got the players in that he wants? And I feel like the answer is yes, because, as I've said on a previous episode, to have the likes of João Palhinha come in, Mohamed Kudus, and now Javi Simmons, 3 players to walk straight in your starting 11 and change that team, that finished 17th, with 22 league defeats last season. I know, of course, we won the Europa League, but the league season wasn't good enough. We needed a dramatic change. We've certainly got that with 3 players walking straight into the team. And now with Randall Kolo Muani as well, I really feel like that will help Thomas Frank when we do have 2 injury-prone strikers or forwards at the moment in Dominic Solanke and in Richarlison. So a good help, and I believe that Thomas Frank will be very happy. Do we need more? Of course we need more. We always need more. Every team always needs more. Will we get... will this continue in the January transfer window? That's my question, and it needs to, because Spurs need to always spend, refresh, and improve the squad window by window. But will Thomas Frank be pleased with this window? I think he will be. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe and well. Come on, you Spurs.